What's up, RFC fans? This is Tim Credeur. I'm with a guy that I'm a huge fan of, Omar Smith. I met Omar years ago. He was a top prospect, kind of from the Caribbean, struggling to find fights out there.
Yeah.
Hooked up with Thomas in Baton Rouge, and has really put together a tear. Back then he was an amateur, has fought some super tough fights, but really kind of developed his career. What's your current pro record right now, Omar?
3-1.
3-1, but has had some tough fights. This time you're matched up against another tough dude, Justice Lamperez.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I've seen you train before. Amazing training group you guys have in Baton Rouge at T-Web MMA. What do you attest your growth and your development to over the years? Because I've watched you really improve your skill set. You've always been a good grappler, but your striking's also good. As an amateur, you did things a little bit either I'm striking or I'm grappling, but now everything's seamless. What do you kind of attribute that progression and that growth to?
I attribute it to my coaches, my team, and just changing up my mindset, and just being the predator inside of there and just being more relaxed. Over time you get more comfortable, and so I'm past you. So I'm comfortable now, and it's just to go in there and have fun.
Yeah, in the last couple of years, you've seen a lot more relaxed out there. You're not letting the pressure or the weight of maybe people's expectations get the best of you, and you're going out there to be the best Omar you can be.
Yeah, just go out there, be the best, have fun, and just, the scrap and flow.
I think sometimes people don't understand that that's kind of the hardest thing about fighting. People who don't fight think fighting's hard. But those of us that fight, the fighting's the easiest part.
Yeah, it's all the mental. You just gotta make sure you set the right tone mentally, and then your fist will speak for itself.
Yeah, right. Expectations. People have expectations. Coaches have expectations, and sometimes those make us less of a fighter that we could have been. I learned a thing when I was fighting that Bruce Lee used to do, where I think sometimes people don't understand that that's kind of the hardest thing about fighting. People who don't fight think fighting's hard. But those of us that fight, the fighting's the easiest part.
Yeah, it's all the mental. You just gotta make sure you set the right tone mentally, and then your fist will speak for itself.
Yeah, right. Expectations. People have expectations. Coaches have expectations. And sometimes those make us less of a fighter that we could have been. I learned a thing when I was fighting that Bruce Lee used to do, where you take all those thoughts that come in your head, similar to meditation, and you put them in a jar. And he put them all in a Ming Dynasty jar. And you just keep loading those things up into the jar. And right before you go into combat, you take that jar in your mind and you drop it off a cliff. And so I remember when I was fighting, I would kind of load that jar up. And then as I got into the cage, right before I walked in, I would kind of put my hands together in a prayer. But really what I was doing was I was dropping that jar, dropping those expectations, dropping those thoughts, dropping that pressure, so I can go out there and perform to the best of my ability, because none of those things help you fight better. What is one thing that you think people don't understand about fighting, who watch fighting, that you would like them to understand?
It's not what it seems. It's a bit more in depth, and it's way more strategical, and it's a mental warfare just as much as it's physical. So a lot of people would be like, you should do this, you should do that, but it's only if you inside there and you would understand and know the kind of pressure or what to do when you're in that situation.
Yeah, people don't understand the feeling.
Yeah.
The feeling of fighting.
Yes, they don't understand that, and most likely, it's experience, you know what I mean? So someone who never driven a car before would tell you that, you just make this turn, but you know if it is just make this turn, you're gonna go for a ditch. So it's the same thing when you're fighting,
Yeah.
You gotta be in there to know it. Otherwise, just sit down and trust the professionals what they do.
Well, I'm super excited to bring you to Ragin FC. I know some of the Acadiana crowd may not know who Omar Smith is, but I know after December 5th they will. I'm excited to bring the King of Caribbean down here. I'm excited for your career. I'm excited for you to fight Justice. Justice is a tough guy. He loves great fights.
Oh, yeah.
So you're a super respectful guy, and we're excited to have you. What's something you'd like to say to the fans, because they're going to be looking forward to it?
Just tune in, show up, get your tickets, come out. It's going to be a flashy night with fun and excitement.
December 5th, RaginFC.com. Come check out the King of the Caribbean, Omar Smith, Omar Moreira Smith. Come check it out. We'll see you then.